welcome to my channel. So today's video I am decluttering, and this is given because it is Holy Week for me, and I thought that this would be the perfect time to get rid of stuff. And the majority of these things are my eyeshadow palettes. So if you like to see what I'm not keeping, and this is based on palettes that I'm not going to be using, especially for the shimmers, and that's why they're here, because like we'll just get through them really quickly, but that's 95% of the reason why they're leaving, and it just doesn't make sense for me to put like a dark shimmer all over the eye when that's not my makeup routine, and I don't really see myself using them over and over again repeatedly. So keep watching if you like. I hope you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Ring the bell, like the video, and without further ado, I'll get started. So I am going to be throwing away these items I have that are not eyeshadow palettes, and this is the BH Cosmetics Foundation Naturally Flawless. I got this years ago. I think it's expired. I'm also going to throw away the Catrice Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer, and this has a shelf life of 6 months, and I've been using it as primer, and I think this is the reason why I'm getting eye infections. So watch out for like your concealers, foundations. They're really sensitive, especially around your eyes, and I can't think of anything else of what would make me have those infections over and over again. So yeah, not good. Okay, so this is the CC Color Cosmetics The Frost palette, and this is supposed to be a dupe for the Kylie Cosmetics Nice palette. I would have only kept it because of this purple shimmer right here. Next is the Morphe Coca-Cola collab. And this is this palette. It's got pressed glitters. I replaced these two shades with ColourPop eyeshadow and one from Coastal Scents. And then the palette looks like this. It's got like a reflective background, so you can't really see the shades, but there's matte with sequin shades in it, and then only 2 shimmers. But the shimmers are too dark for my liking. So next is my Profusion Emeralds palette. And one of the shades did break when it was shipped to me, so I repressed it with other highlighters I own, but it just created like a powdery finish instead of it being metallic. And it's a beautiful palette, but I would only be keeping it for this shade right here. Next is my e.l.f. with a collaboration of Jakissa, and it's the To the Rescue. So as you can see, a majority of this palette is matte, and in the bottom row you have shimmers. Now the shimmers, I did love some of them, except this one, it's pretty hard to pick up with a brush or with your finger, and I'm thinking it's because of the formula. It's definitely not metallic. It's like a shimmer, but it's difficult to work with. But it's a beautiful rainbow palette. If you love mattes, I feel like you would really love this one. Next is a Soap Culture dupe from the Revolution brand, and this one is called Reloaded Vision. I've kept this palette for so long because I thought I would use it by now, and as you can see, they're mostly grungy mattes here and just 3 shimmers, but these 3 shimmers are let alone a letdown because it's not an opaque shimmer formula. Next is the e.l.f. Earth and Ocean palette. This was hard to declutter because I love the color scheme to this. But as I started playing it with the colors on my eyes, they don't seem too good for me to keep. And the only reason is because I already own these shimmers. I mean, no, they're not shimmers, but these colors right here. And then this one I really love, but it's powdery. It's like I don't know if you could see, but like the shade is blue, like an iridescent duochrome blue shade, but it's so powdery. Yeah. Next is the Morphe Blue Away palette. Then it's the Beauty Bay Book of Magic. Then the Beauty Bay Sunset Horizons. The iconic Morphe 35F palette, I believe, is it? Yeah, the 35F Fall into Frost. There's just too many dark shimmers here. Next is the Profusion Minimalist palette. The Profusion Festival palette. The Profusion Paradise palette. The Amore Us Bubble Pop palette. The Profusion Starlit palette. This has so many pressed glitters. the BH Cosmetics Spotlight Highlighter Palette. The Too Faced Pumpkin Spice, the original one, the first one that they came out with. The Morphe 35G Bronze Goals palette. This is a huge letdown. I really had hope for this palette, but it's just neutral. Shimmers are not as metallic. Don't like it, but it's still a good palette. Just not for me. So now sleek makeup. Okay, so this one is the one called Goodnight Sweetheart. All the fun of the fair. The Oh So Special. Enchanted Forest. Nordic Skies. I really wanted to love this palette. These two shades weren't perfect shimmers, but they're really pretty. But not for me. Not for me, unfortunately. Okay, this one is Dream a Little Dream. And Garden of Edith. No, Garden of Eden. Next I have some e.l.f. quads, and this is the Hasta La Costa Baby. And then Flock Party. My Maybelline Soda Pop palette. I've only kept this palette because it said Soda Pop. That's like in reference of my beloved. But he's not this palette, so I could say bye to that. Then the Maybelline Lemon Crease. The Hard Candy Rich and Famous palette.
think Dad's gonna like his birthday present.
Aww, I know.
So pretty. Did you learn how to transfer pictures?
So next I have this ColourPop shipping box, and it's filled of single eyeshadows I'm decluttering. I won't go through all of them because it's just all random. Like, these are from a palette that was from Pacifica, and then some ColourPop eyeshadows, single eyeshadows, and then some Lorac Coastal Scents, all pretty random. So this is the Florence by Mills 16 Wishes eyeshadow palette, and I just took one part that I don't like, and it's this. Very neutral. Next is these LA Color mini eyeshadow palettes, and this one's called Morning Glow. And this one's called Midnight Teas. And Sunset Break. Then this is a LA Colors highlighter. I used to love this so much, but as I've gotten used to other highlighters, this is a pretty powdery formula. And then this one's called Enlightened. Pretty well loved. And I believe I found these in a Dollar Tree. Next is a Profusion glitter palette, and it does not have a name, but it's like the whitish tan color, and it looks like this. And this is the pink version. Then more glitter palettes. This is a Ruby Gems by Profusion. And this is the Emerald Gems. The Aqua Gems. It looks just like emeralds. But this is more green and this is more blue. And then this is the Amethyst Gems. The Iox, something like that. Inox Gems. And Topaz Gems. Next is the Laura Geller Flirty Friday, and this one's really pretty. Then this one is Sunday Fun Day. And Saturday Style. And then this is Flower Beauty's holiday palette from many years ago. And this is the color scheme. So last but not least are my makeup brushes, and I have quite a couple here that is a variety. And these two are from Equal Tools, and this one's the blending and bronzing. It's got like a stippled brush situation, like they're supposed to be for cream bronzers or something. And then this is the coverage buffing brush. It's got like a flat top. Then I have a couple of ColourPop brushes. They don't have names. I've got them like when they first released, and they're just basic, like nothing too special for me to keep them. Then a MAC dual end brush. This is a Sigma Smudge E21. A CC Color cosmetic brush. Anastasia dual brush. And the Morphe R36. It's pretty weird when you wash them. They become like a really poofy mess, but in a good way. Okay, so that is my entirety of this declutter. I've decluttered so many things. I'm so happy for that. I'll probably continue decluttering as the months go by, as I keep using palettes and all that jazz. So thank you so much for watching. May God bless. Have a wonderful blessed Easter weekend. Continue being safe and take good care. I will hopefully see you in my next one. Bye. Have a good one. Have a blessed one. Have a blessed day or night. Okay, bye. Okay, these last two are from e.l.f. And I got these when I was in my early college days. These palettes, like, they really remind me of getting the new makeup collections in an old school way. And the only reasoning being is because I remember I took a break. Like, I think I was in between waiting for classes and I was on break, and I wanted to find the Elsa palette, and they had only sold it in Walgreens, like in, like the stands. So I went looking for it and I found it at that Walgreens, and I was so excited seeing this palette. I mean, it brings back memories of not buying makeup online as much. Like, these palettes I really did try to find in locations, and it's crazy because now everything, when they get released, obviously you find them in their website instead. But these were Walgreens exclusives, and these eyeshadows are really old. So these are a couple of swatches from both of the palettes, and you can see that the shimmers are not that metallic. You can see they're really subtle, like satin. And then the scents to these palettes don't smell good, so that's how you know it's not usable. But it's unfortunate because they look like they're brand new, like I've never used it.